your jungler, Amal, into the fray before everything starts, because it's always the alpha going in. So now, going into that draft, you've got the Harith and the Ling being banned out. GEEK fam, they're on first pick advantage, so they really want to try to open that Hellcrit.
Yeah, I mean, Hellcrit is a good idea, and I do think, you know, we can start thinking about the Assassins, and of course, the traditional red side have-to bans, as we always expect each and every time. Harith as well as Hayabusa for the side of GEEK fam makes sense to me, but I mean, the Chip, the Loyi, the usual atypical bans, and honestly, I'm feeling like it should be pretty similar to game number 1.
Well, I'm going to put out an unpopular opinion, right? So the issue with Homeboys from the previous game is that they failed to secure their jungle. Like, they were easily invaded at some point. So maybe it's time for them to come up with a tank jungler who's able to secure the front, something like a Baxia.
How dare you? How dare you, Cloud?
I'm just putting it out there.
Hey, do you not hear the netizens all across the world just being like, how could you talk about Homeboys like that? They can never make a mistake. no. Besides,
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, the man is ready for it.
Gideon Q at...
No. Whoa, let's pull it back. But we do see the chip ban here, and I think, you know, I agree with you. I do think that it's difficult to kind of protect your jungle, especially when it's like an early game oriented jungle without having a strong mid trio. And I think that was the big issue that we saw from Homeboys in game number 1. Now that we see the Valentina follow-up from the side of GEEK fam, this could open up some options for a boy.
Yeah, I mean, Faramis was one of his signature picks. Maybe he wants to play all these team fight compositions. That's a direct answer to that Valentina. So that last ban, though, very, very crucial. If Homeboys doesn't want to ban out the Hellcrit, there it is. That's the Hellcrit wide open. I mean, GEEK fam might be able to pick that up. You want to test that water a little bit. What do you think?
I don't think we're going to see Hellcrit just yet unless certain conditions are met here. I'm not going to say what the conditions are, just in case GEEK fam fans are listening. The fam could be out there at any time. But I think overall, this Roger has been such a priority pick. It's so flexible. It's been so good. Hasn't been nerfed enough and has ultra flexible builds.
Yeah, and you can play it in the jungle or you can play it in the gold lane as well. But if we were to look at like their previous records, they're not really a fan of playing the Roger, at least from the MPL ID lineup or from the draft during the playoffs. So this is pretty much like a fresh new take for GEEK fam itself.
I mean, I think it's because Vincent recently joined the roster and he plays a Mead Roger here. We do see the Arla get locked in for the side of Ye 3, but so far, let's see the follow-up from the side of GEEK fam. What are we thinking here?
Man, okay, we got the Moskov down here. So a little bit of an homage back to previous MPL seasons where whenever Rogers picked up, it's either the Harith or the Moskov. So no change over here. It's a little bit more of a, I'm comfortable with this pick. We want to play towards that late game. But that being said, Homeboys need to find a way to try to force fights or force a lot of coagulation down on the EXP side. That's going to be easier said than done. They re-picked up that Moskov, so now Zosk again picked up along with the Terizla. Very, very hot pick right here.
I think Zosk does very well into Arlet, especially since Arlet is like, oh, I can stun you, but I can just like hop into my spawn. I can make you sit on top of my spawn. It's like not like you have like a guaranteed engage and disengage mechanic. But now we see once again Udil just playing comfort. I'm not 100% sure about this one. I do feel like the Farsa might just be a little bit better in these types of situations. You have an escape mechanic, and more so you can force Zosk to quickly use his ult.
Yeah, and also we must consider the laning phase. Zosk is very, very strong at the laning phase, and going up against the Savior, I mean, we saw what happened earlier on. Zosk had control of that as well. That's why he had the advantage of rotating towards the bottom side and also helping his other teammates with the lane, with opening up the jungle. So the mid lane matchup, I'm a little bit worried for Homeboys.
It's a very, very passive draft. They just want to hunker down their lane, don't want to take any fights, don't want to force any fights. You don't want to just get those early kills. You just want to farm up, get your farm, and then just do base defense, because that's what they're good at. Moskov very good in clearing the waves when those waves are crashing down. T3, same as Xavier, got Mystic Field. We've seen a lot of those plays happening, especially since GEEK fam likes to play all those in-your-face kind of setup heroes like the Tigreal, or even the Minotaur might pop up right here, or even the Edith, which is pretty much Beloyski's signature picks too.
I think the word you're looking for is like GEEK fam's a lot more fluid, right? In terms of the way that they engage. I feel like Homeboys, they really really need the step-by-step to build up that chemistry for now before they go for that non-verbal type of communication. And I think, as of yet, getting rid of the Ruby from the side of GEEK Fam is a pretty smart idea, but it has to come with a condition, right? Because if they're looking to ban out Ruby, the question is, why does GEEK Fam want to kind of group up as hard as they want to, which is something that Ruby can absolutely abuse, but more importantly, melee heroes.
Yep. Yep, that's it. That's the Minotaur being banned out. So a lot of these heart-engaged tanks are being off the table. We can tell that Homeboys are really respecting Beloyski by banning out a lot of his heroes, but he's the master of like big wit, big brain Beloy anyways. So he might come up with something a little bit different. But, you know, with Udil being in play with a lot of really squishy backlines, I don't know. This, I might go on a limb out here and say maybe a Saber Roam might be a viable option for him as well. It's a little bit too much. They've already got area crowd control. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm also looking at the fact that they pick Alpha again. And earlier on, Alpha had a hard time with the jungle, getting farm. And I mean, my thought process was like, okay, come up with something that you're able to protect the jungle. And Alpha, fortunately, is not that hero to do it. So I am worried about the same thing that might happen again. Very early jungle invasion, and they would just take over it. Homeboys might not be able to get it back. But Bharat's, maybe this is the answer.
I don't know. I think this really boils down to who can fight for mid control, and at this point, it's a lot easier for GEEK Fam to do so rather than the Homeboys. And I think this is starting to look like a bit of a repeat for unless we do see the Arlet make like a super play. That's like the one condition that I'm looking for the Homeboys. If Mal can make a super play, then sure, maybe Homeboys has an opportunity to get into that later stage. But sum it up for us, boys. How are these compositions going to be played out as we head into the Land of Dawn?
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth. This is like deja vu. A lot of similar repeat picks coming off from both sides. The only big difference is that instead of the Tigro, which was so vital, so pivotal in the first game of setting up and letting the rest of GEEK Fam just trying to engage, that's the Edith, a known single target pick-off hero. So this is where Beloyski really comes into play, how he wants to play around that macro game. Who does he want to pick off first? Because there's a lot of things that could be riding on this Edith alone.
And that is why GEEK Fam is also prepared for the Tigro ban. They have the Terizla, who can also come in with the penalty zone as well. But let's see if all those theories will work.
We're jumping into the Land of Dawn. We're just starting it up. By all metrics, though, and all laws of physics, Alpha should be much faster in the rotations. It's just the first Lethal Wanderer puts Vincent a little bit up ahead, and that is where he wants to be.
But so far, we did talk about as well the jungle invasion early on by GEEK Fam. It was very strong. And they seem to have a similar idea. Look at this. They want to go in, but at least Homeboys right now, they try to block it off with Mao.
Oh, what?
Might be first blood, and there you go. Vincent again.
Very, very unfortunate. Just baited out by the big baby. Big baby Beloy. Just waiting, just waiting. He knows the limits of this hero, and he plays it so well. Taking a look at emblems, you know, it really stands out to me that, like, they just went 3 tenacities. They want to secure the early game. I don't think I remember that in the previous game where all of them were trying to go for a lot more damage, or maybe, if my memory serves me right, mystery shot. But this time, it's like, let's win our lanes. Let's just hunker down. That's where tenacity comes into play.
But so far, okay, I mean, it's only like a minute and a half, right? So we have not seen anything significant yet. Homeboys probably tried something different to try to gather information just to see whether they can poke into the jungle of GEEK Fam, but unfortunately one went out. And we might see a second one here. Miles seems to be in trouble. Our boy will happily take that kill away. Beloyski, he is tanking up, but look who's on the back line. It's going to be none other than Vincent to secure his second kill. But actually, it was Beloyski who got it.
Yeah, Beloyski sees an opportunity. He flickers in, gets that onward down on Mao. Mao not having a good game in the early start is the first turtle. No retribution for Vincent, so he's going to wait for a lot of resets, try to farm up as much as he can before going into that turtle. So very, very nice backward rotations coming in from GEEK Fam.
To a certain extent, I thought that kill would have been better given to Vincent. I mean, you want him to scale as fast as possible.
Yeah, but sometimes you can't control certain things.
I know, you just want to kill, right?
Yeah, but maybe, you know, having Edith, you have a lot of potential to do damage in that late game. Just take a lot of damage, counteract with the Primal Rat. That is one of the other plays as well. And we talked about jungle protection from the side of Homeboys, and now they're really hunkering down. It's a 4v2.
Okay, keep your eye on the rotation right now. Vincent is on his way, but Turtle will be taken by Emal. Gen3, however, will be in trouble. He will definitely go down, and looks like for the side of Homeboys. Yep, took him a while, but they got it at the end. Oh, Ma will be the next one for sure. 2 kills. If they can then get a third one, the Turtle will not be worth it. But 2 kills, it's by the edge.
Yeah, Buddy Edge. Very, very good trade from GEEK Fam, though. Again, securing that. No, they didn't secure the turtle. They gave away the turtle because they know they want to go for kills. Take the member down, but hold on a second.
Oh, hang on. Ooh, okay. At some point, I thought he managed to get away with the barometer image, but it wasn't far enough.
He's already popped that Purify as well, so a little bit unfortunate play coming in from Kadera.
Oh, Gobs takes a decent amount of damage. Mao on the chase, but they will not be committing right now because they know they are slightly behind in terms of goal.
There's a little bit of a different execution coming in from Homeboys. Much more rotations down that mid side. They're rotating together as well because they want to take down. Oh, hold on a second.
Wow, Baloyski took a lot of damage there, and even the Dawning Light onto him. Now he knows that he cannot absorb anymore. He's out.
Yeah, very, very ballsy play. We've got 3 men down the bottom side. Kadera tries to go, and he knows that 3 members are right there. You don't want to take this fight. GEEK Fam needs to be able to ride that momentum once again.
Yeah, they need to be able to like bring the fight onto them. And they're going to bring the fight onto Kadira right now, just underneath his turret. Ooh, wow. Quick moves there by Kadira. And his other teammates are here. They try to find an opportunity to counter back, but they're going to save it for now because the objective is going to be up in about 21 seconds.
It's a good protect comp coming in from GEEK Fam. They know that Kadera is under threat, so they rotate over in case any further team fight breaks out. They're able to counteract that situation. But Homeboys just backing off. That's the discipline that we're talking about. The change that they need is right there. In this game, a little bit more slow pace. They don't want to take any fights that they know they can't win. Homeboys just needs to play towards that late game. Maybe even a 12 to 13 minute mark might be optimal for them. There's a second turtle already spawned up. Looks like both teams want to fight a 5v5.
Yeah, interesting enough that GEEK Fam is not turning out the pace, but looks like they will turn out the pace on the Baloyski. Ema will get the first kill in front of the turtle. Vincent right up 50% of health, but he goes on to Reggie on the back line, and he will get his own killing spree, and at the same time the turtle will be his. Gobs will need to be saved. The rest of them is here, but Vincent as well as Gobs pretty low. They got the turtle, objective secured. They're gonna let this go for now.
Gobs is a tanky, beefy boy. The Homeboys, though, they made a very, very good starting play, just singling out Baloyski, so no setups coming from GEEK Fam, but the split team fights that was happening, Homeboys was unable to counteract. Conceal play already used up, missing the Earth Shatter, so Mao gets out safe. Looks like GEEK Fam trying to go more on the offensive. They need to be able to push that aggression a little bit. Economy's been equalized as of now, 5 minutes on the clock.
By keeping an eye onto each other right now, a lot of respect, I must say, from these two teams. They're not as aggressive as we saw earlier on, especially GEEK Fam on the Homeboys. But hold that thought, because Mal, speaking about aggressive, man. Yeah. Again, Vincent still.
Baloyski is one of those guys that, like, if he sees an opportunity, he goes for it. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So whenever you're around the vicinity of Baloyski, best be sure he's going to be able to chain stun you into infinity and beyond, and someone from GEEK Fam is going to bring the kampong over to take you down.
Oh, speaking about taking down, the bottom turret is down, so that means that they have better access into the jungle on the side of Homeboys. And that's exactly what they tried to do earlier on. But keep an eye on the mid lane though. If they take down this mid turret, that's it. Full-on access.
Yeah. That's not where Homeboys... I mean, Homeboys could very well play into their base, but hold on a second, Spirit of Alpha.
Oh, Baloyski caught out alone, and he will be the next one to fall. Mal will survive this one. A little bit of an opposition there.
Yeah, it's a good play coming in from Homeboys. They see an opportunity, but they wasted a lot of resources trying to bring Baloyski down.
Oh, penalty zone! Stay on the back line. They managed to get one. Udil will be the first one to fall. Ema will be the next one. But Nuts gets Kadira in the process. A little bit of a trade between the two, but look who's there. It's going to be none other than Vincent again, showing himself at the right timing onto the back line to get a couple more kills.
The bobs, the weaves, and gets out of there. Just trapped between two turrets, no problem. Vincent just really showing us why he's really fitting into GEEK Fam well. And Baloyski just pulling all of those resources over him. It was looking very, very good for GEEK Fam. In team fights, Baloyski being the main target, you're leaving a boy open, you're leaving Gobs open, you don't know where the rest are, and you want to take one down. Oh, Munch Munch.
Oh, Munch
Hawk
Munch,
Tuah.
and Vincent is here. Vincent looking for his next target, but Baloyski again went down. And Baloyski, he's always the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah. I mean, that's how they kind of want to play it. He might have like 10 deaths in this game, but it doesn't really matter if Geek Fam is able to convert all of these deaths to at least 1 kill. Geek Fam's still on the board as of now, 9-6, this 8-minute mark. So the next major objective will be that Lord. Geek Fam will be able to, needs to be able to try to take down that T1 to open up a lot of that map, try to ride that momentum once again. Geek Fam really thrive on this rhythm of getting that aggression, getting that momentum up. Nets just free farming down the bottom side, T1 down.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of Nets. A lot of space for him. But speaking about space, not much space for Yetri. He has to flicker away back to safety. But look at this. Vincent is still here with a monster kill. Aimar will go down as well together with the turret. Nets will be the next one. The moment he showed himself, he could not withstand the amount of damage from Geek Fam. O'Neal could be the next one to fall. Baloyski on the chase as well. But Mal is there to protect him. And
backside.
looks like a nice backside. Vincent showed up again onto the back, and it is a total wipeout to Homeboys.
Oh man, oh boy, Homeboys. This is really starting to push over to Geek Fam's favor, taking down a bulk of these team fights, taking down the turrets, down that top side. Mid-side's definitely gonna fall once they get this objective down, but they're desperately trying to protect this. It's very, very crucial for Homeboys. 30 seconds until Lord spawns up, but man, if Ness was able to continue pushing down that bottom side, they would crack open a really long lane away from that Lord, pushing Geek Fam away. What Homeboys needs to attempt to do is try to split up these team fights and try to push them away, but Final Slash over Baloyski able to walk out of there.
Yeah, we can see that it's starting to be hard for them to commit onto Baloyski. He seems to be have scaled to a certain point that he can take damage now. So he's okay to be the target man. He's okay to just absorb all those skills from Homeboys just to allow Geek Fam to counter onto them.
Yeah, it's a very precarious situation for Homeboys. You don't want to extend too much. Your T1 mid-side in shambles. Does look like Baloyski trying to zone out away from that Lord, trying to push that wave advantage. Now Geek Fam has that priority down that long side, trying to lure Homeboys out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, it's a matter of who will make the first move right now. But now with this current Lord here, it's 50% of health level. It's still going to be anyone's Lord. Retribution, everyone's ready. Both sides still dancing though. But the dance might stop right now. We're going to start off into the corner as well. Come for Yetri, and Yetri we're going to kill onto our boy. That's the target that he wants, but Yetri traded back. And look at the backline. Yet it's pretty low at this moment. Emal comes in with a double kill. Next one to Baloyski. Gobs, just too far away. Kadira, there's nothing much you can do about that.
This is their comeback story. Oh, it's one limit. Oh,
no! Kadira called out. Blazing Duet will not save him. And it is a counter wipeout onto Geek Fam.
Homeboys, this is your first Lord of the entire series. The first lead of the entire series. They're coming back strong. It's starting to seep into that late game. This is not where Geek Fam wants to be. Baloyski throwing his body, trying to force out the issue is not enough. Vincent needs to be able to be a little bit more patient. There was a misstep from Vincent, jumping straight into the face of Amal and just getting decimated or getting a lot of chip damage onto him. He's just unable to survive that one.
Yeah, and for Homeboys, they got the right target. They got our boy first.
Yeah.
A little bit of a trade there between our boy and also Yetri, but that's okay. At least they got the spammer, so that's absolutely fine. And now with this advantage, it's time for Homeboys to push.
Yeah, Mao actually doing the Lord's work. He's got a lot of damage down. He's got a lot of crowd control. That one final slash, one crucial final slash changes that game.
Oh, okay. Gobs taking a bit of damage there. Baloyski's still able to tank it out, so he's still A-okay. Now time for him to reset. The Lord will be taken down just before he's able to even touch the turret.
This 4K gold lead over the side of Homeboys. Crack down all the T2s. Meanwhile, Homeboys T2 still standing up on the mid and bottom side. Geek Fam, they had the control of the early game, but now it's late game territory that we're talking about, boys.
Man, it could go either way at this point. You gotta think about it. When it comes to gold, well, there's still some space for them to build items. Yetri taking a decent amount of damage. Okay, Kadir is going to come in. Baloyski as well. Looks like they're going to go in for the chase. And Yetri last hit. Vincent, as usual, goes straight onto the back line. But speaking about the back line, there's another back line on the other side as well. Mal is now in trouble. He will be chased down. And both sides split out by GEEK fam. But they also have a decent trade with each other, with Homeboys having a man advantage now.
Yeah, target prioritization is everything. Knowing that, okay, let's just take the Terizla down. We can just leave the Zosk and the Claude wide open because it's just going to be babysitting each other. They have the biggest damage of GEEK fam as long as we don't face up to them. This is where Mao comes into play. Just splitting that fight, pushing the main damage dealers of GEEK fam away. That might be the win condition of Homeboys. But now this is a very, very sticky situation with Lord popping up in 45 seconds. Taking a look at the itemizations, Zask only needs the glowing wand to deal a lot of damage. You've already got that magic penetration as well as a little bit of defense or shield from the feathers. So that's going to be a very, very difficult Zask to take down. Yeah, Rogers already got the Thunderbolt as well. I think that was the second item, second item after the War Axe. So it's going to be a lot more defense. Top side though.
Oh, your eye on top. It's 3v1. Baloyski nowhere to go. 8 deaths now for Baloyski. I kind of feel that some of the deaths could be avoided.
Yeah, but this is how Baloyski likes to play. He wants to be able to open up, give vision, give intel to the rest of the team before making a very, very strong decision on all these neutral objectives. The rest of the team, though, doing very, very well. The main kills onto Baloyski, so they're still in the fight. The 6k gold advantage, that's like a couple of core items and a half.
And with that kind of goal advantage, it's going to be hard for GEEK fam to try and challenge for the Lord. I mean, look at the zoning. Gops tries to go in, but how far can he go? Instead, we see Yetri here going all the way to Black Man with the Dakota's welcome, but instead he was the one who went down. Nets comes in straight onto the back as well. Gops has nowhere to go. Double kill, Maniac for Nets. Can he get his Savage? And Baloyski, okay, they're not going to go in for it. Okay,
no,
disciplined gameplay by Homeboys.
Very, very disciplined, but man, first series of the day in Stream A. You're in the best stream, by the way. Hold on.
Oh, and that thought is going to get even better now with Baloyski 4v1. This is it. This is going to be another wipeout. 3 wipeouts in this round, ladies and gentlemen. And Homeboys takes home a point.
The Homeboys just showing us who's boss. Don't count them out just yet. They're a new team, but with an experience